Jamal Murray and the Denver Nuggets took care of business at home in Denver. With this series shifting to Minnesota, could Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves show some fight and get back in it? Edwards did his part. The young fella knocks in the three. And then Jamal Murray answers with a beautiful finish on the other end. Look at Murray, shift hands. He's back to the old Jamal Murray, ladies and gentlemen. His former Kentucky teammate, Karl-Anthony Towns, had a pretty darn good game as well. How about Cat getting to the money? Everybody mad. 27 points for Karl-Anthony Towns. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope had him a really good first half. How about 13 points in half number one for KCP? Uncle Jeff still throwing it down, and then back to the Caldwell-Pope show. He thought, how about Edwards going and getting him one? And then on the other end, going and getting him two. Anthony Edwards giving it everything he's got, both ends of the court. That's the type of effort Minnesota needs to get back in this series. Can you believe AE's not even 22 years of age yet? He's 21, y'all. Third quarter, the reigning two-time MVP, Nikola Jokic, goes back to work. Then Rudy Gobert with a throwdown. Back to Edwards using his left. He's so versatile. His bucket cuts the Minnesota deficit down to 6. But who's going to deal with this dude? Jokic. A nasty move off his pivot. And then Jokic up top to Aaron Gordon. Y'all already know what type of time Nikola Jokic is on. Another triple-double. He goes 20 points, 11 rebounds, 12 assists. Jamal Murray and Denver well on their way to taking a commanding 3-0 series lead, despite Edwards tying Kobe for 30-point games under the age of 22 with 4. It's the Denver Nuggets getting the most important stat, and that's the dub, 121-11. It is put up or shut up time for Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves, facing elimination, down 3 games to zip, with the reigning two-time MVP in your building trying to end this one by way of sweep. Could Minnesota stop Denver? Who's going to stop that man? Jamal Murray, ladies and gentlemen, continues to look like him. Aaron Gordon, a beautiful reverse alley. He's good for like one of those once a game. Other end we go. Karl-Anthony Towns dealt with some foul trouble in this one. How about that, Deuce? At the half, though, Denver had the lead. Third quarter, Jokic steps up to the plate and delivers. He's been called out for playoff struggles in the past. He did not have those concerns in this one. A playoff career high 43 points. Say it with me, ladies and gentlemen. His name is Nikola Jokic. But this dude on the other end of the court's name is Anthony Edwards, and he balled out as well. Then there's Jamal Murray. We're tied at 73. Some just unreal shot making from some phenomenal players on both ends of the court. How about Minnesota making a run late in the third? Look at this play Kyle Anderson tried to make. It'll end up with Edwards hitting him in the face. Not a good sight if you're a Minnesota fan. Anderson would go to the back. Could Minnesota get this dub without one of their young leaders is the question we got as we enter the fourth. Karl-Anthony Towns goes and when he had 17 points, 11 boards. Look at Jokic work. Give it back to me. The big fella finishes. Edwards on the other end. Looking like T-Mac with that fadeaway deuce. The Nuggets are down 9 with about 2 minutes to go. That's when Michael Porter Jr. decides to nail back-to-back threes. And just like that, it's a 3-point game. Jokic like, don't mind if I do. Jokic delivers in the clutch. It's a 1-point game. Denver's down. Jokic and the Nuggets got the rock. And how about this call? I thought it was a bad one. Cat is called for his 5th foul. A little touch of the back on Jokic. Nikola goes to the line with a chance to put Denver up a point. He misses the first, but makes the second. We're tied at 96. Last chance for the T-Wolves. Beautiful defense leads us to overtime. Michael Porter's like, yeah, we're probably about to win this one. Mike Conley and the T-Wolves say, no, you're not. Conley going glass for a 3. Denver now trying to make another push. It's Cat called for his 6th foul. See, I thought that was a foul. He clearly pushed Jokic in the back. I thought the last one was ticky-tacky. This one definitely a foul. With Towns going, who does Minnesota go to? Well, first they go to Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And then it's Anthony Edwards. Meet him at the rim. AE with 34 points. Denver looking like they about to lose until Jokic throws a beautiful dime. If Russell Wilson had one more season like he did last year, they need to call on the Joker. And then Jokic inside with the deuce. Denver now trails just by a point again. But this time around, Edwards says good night to Denver and hold on to that sweep. Put that broom away. We ain't going out like that. Minnesota, they've never been swept in their franchise history, and it won't happen this year either. They get game 4. They now try to pull off the unthinkable, winning game 5 in Denver. But for now, they celebrate an overtime win. This is a great start to the postseason for Nikola Jokic. Coming off his playoff career high 43 points against Minnesota in game 4. I know it came in a loss, but it wasn't his fault. I thought Nikola Jokic played exceptionally well in game 4. And I really liked his game 3 too. Going out and getting a 20-point triple-double in the fashion that he did, leading the Denver Nuggets to a game 3 victory. I'm looking at Nikola Jokic allow other guys to step up. And look, not just any guy. I'm talking about the guys that he needs to step up. I've been very vocal on this platform in saying Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. need to be the guys in their own ways. Well, how about games 2 and 3? Jokic pretty much allows Jamal Murray to be that guy offensively. And then how about game 4? Down the stretch, it was Jokic that found Michael Porter Jr. with those passes to get to those 2 big 3-pointers that helped bring the Denver Nuggets back late in that game. That's big time trust in a guy, Michael Porter Jr. Like we all know, he has his ups and definitely has his downs. So, I mean, look, I'm not saying Jokic needs to be just giving away shots to just anybody. I'm saying if he's going to give away shots, I want it to be to Jamal Murray. I want it to be to Michael Porter Jr. To me, those are the guys that create the mismatches for any other defense out there. And let me just tell y'all this. We are headed towards a Denver Nuggets Phoenix Suns second-round matchup. I just love it. Just love it as an NBA fan. I got to get in my Shannon Sharp voice. Remember, I got some water. I don't have any Mountain Dew right now. Remember when he took a little sip of that Mountain Dew? I got water dripping all over the place. And Shannon Sharp said, ooh, oh boy. Yeah. That's how I'm feeling about a second-round matchup between the Denver Nuggets and Phoenix Suns. As a basketball fan, I cannot wait. Oh, my goodness, man. That's going to be one of the ones. Are y'all not excited? I'm sorry, man. I love this. I love it, man. I'm looking forward to the matchup. Nikola Jokic, to me, played one of his better series in his career, and I want to make sure we highlight that. Nikola Jokic made a sacrifice towards the end of the year. To me, I think he gave up an MVP award to get some rest, to rest his body for this moment. I think Nikola Jokic said, you know what's more important to me right now? Not getting a triple-double, which to me probably would have got him his 3rd straight MVP if he does average a triple-double. He says, look, Joel Embiid probably got the slight lead. I don't want to just go average a triple-double and not win MVP, right? So what I'm going to do is rest my body. Denver started to slack a little bit towards the latter part of the year. Look, I know we can get back. I know what my team is capable of. Let me make sure I'm ready to go for a full run here in the postseason, and he looks healthy and ready to go. Denver Nuggets give a game away to Minnesota. As long as you close it out in 5, who cares? Who cares? So what? Minnesota got a game. They fought really hard for that game. They played their tails off. And Denver brought their A game too. The Nuggets didn't just give a game away. Their best player scored a playoff career high in game 4. I didn't feel like Denver just gave the game away. I thought they played and competed very hard. This is the Nikola Jokic I have been dying to see in big games. A 43-point effort that's good. That's really good. And look, against Phoenix next round, I know we're getting ahead of ourselves here. They don't have a matchup for Jokic. Look, Phoenix doesn't have great depth, especially at big. You're talking about DeAndre Ayton and Bismack Biyombo getting a lot of coverage on Nikola Jokic. Kevin Durant's pretty much taller than Jokic. He can't guard Jokic. He cannot guard Jokic in the post. Jokic can have a field day. He just got to play out career high. There will be opportunities in the next round, assuming everybody's healthy, for him to get off against Phoenix for numbers similar to what he did in Game 4 against Minnesota. They'll need more of Jokic to be closer to Game 4 Jokic versus Game 3 Jokic, where he went triple-double with 20 points. They're going to need 43-point type Jokic against Phoenix with the firepower that the Suns got on that squad. I'm looking forward to it. Again, I know we're not there yet, but we're close. We're 3-1 in both of these series. Shout out Jokic, man. Hell of a game, hell of a 2-game stretch as the Denver Nuggets split in Minnesota and look to close this series out in the first round back in Denver.